Midjourney, the company behind all of the AI images you see online, well, most of them anyway, just announced they're building a full body ultrasound scanner. And not just one, they plan on putting these in spas all around the world, aiming for 50,000 of them before 2031, doing over 1 billion scans a month. That's big. But here's the thing, it isn't vaporware, it isn't magic, it's solid engineering. Let me break down exactly what this machine is and exactly how it works and why this could generally change how people get screened for their health issues. The headline everyone is hearing is in 60 seconds with no radiation, resolution like an MRI, and eventually cheap. Sounds good, right? But the real tech underneath that is much more interesting. So let's start with the basics. What is this machine? And how does it actually scan your body? So here's the physical setup. You step onto a platform and it lowers you down into warm water at about 2 inches per second. Around you is a ring, like a circular wall, lined with hundreds of thousands of tiny ultra small transducers. These are sub-millimeter sensors, each one smaller than a grain of sand. Midjourney licensed the chip from Butterfly Network, a company that spent years miniaturizing ultrasound into silicon. Here's what these transducers actually do. Each one fires a high frequency sound into you. Think of it like a sonar ping. Instead of bouncing off submarines, it bounces off muscle, bone, fat, your organs. And when that sound hits a boundary, like fat meeting muscle, a part of that sound reflects back. The sensors listen for that echo because hundreds of thousands of them are firing all at once from all different angles. And you end up with an enormous amount of acoustic data. We're talking terabytes of raw information coming back every second. And that data has to be reconstructed into an image, a compute cluster. Thousands of computers running physics-based algorithms solves what's called the inverse problem. Given all these reflected sound waves, what's the actual internal structure of the body that would create those exact echoes? It's sophisticated math, but it works. Universities have already proven the concept, and the foundation is solid. And here's where it generally gets useful because the applications are bigger than people realize. The biggest strength of ultrasound is soft tissue, muscles, fat, organs in your abdomen. That's where this scanner excels. And the resolution can be incredibly fine, down to fractions of a millimeter. That's generally impressive imaging quality. And here's why that matters. Most people will never get a full body scan. An MRI is expensive. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes. It needs a referral and isn't covered by Medicare for healthy people. So screening only happens if you've got symptoms or you're rich enough to pay out of your own pocket. But Midjourney can actually get that cost down to a few dollars per person and make it feel like a spa visit instead of a medical procedure. And suddenly, early screening becomes more accessible to the normal average person. That's the upside. Early detection of soft tissue issues, early signs of organ problems, muscle degeneration, fatty liver, that kind of thing. It could catch problems before they come serious. Imagine a tradie or a business owner that's never got a scan in their life, and suddenly they're able to do it affordably and quickly. That changes the game. The regulatory path supports this too. Right now, Midjourney is launching with body composition maps, measuring your fat, your muscle, and your bone volumes. This doesn't need FDA approval. But the diagnostic stuff, like we can detect disease claims, that comes once they've proven it works through clinical trials. It's a multi-year process, but it's the right way to do it. It means by the time this actually goes diagnostic, it'll actually be validated. So the spa model isn't about luxury. It's about making screening something that people actually want to do. Now let's talk about what this actually enables. If 50,000 scanners are running around the world doing 1 billion scans per month, that's screening at scale we've never seen before. That's preventative health reaching millions of people who have never had access to it. For individuals, especially tradies in labor-intensive jobs, early screening could catch things before they sideline you. Back problems, organ stress, metabolic issues. Catch them early and you're staying working longer and staying healthy. That's real value. And for small businesses, eventually this will open doors. Imagine a wellness center operator, a gym owner, a health clinic. They could offer full body scannings as a part of their service offering. You go into your regular gym or your wellness center and oh, by the way, you can get a full body scan while you're there. that becomes a revenue stream. It becomes a differentiator. The businesses that offer this early are going to attract customers. If early screenings actually reduce emergency interventions and catches problems cheaper, the healthcare system benefits. Preventative health always costs less than emergency care. This could be a genuine win for public health. The timeline's quite realistic too. The first spa opens in San Francisco in 2027. By then, we'll be able to see if the tech actually scales, if the cost story holds up, and if people actually want to use it. If it works, expansion follows. And if it does reach 50,000 units, you're talking about millions of people getting baseline health data they've never had access to before. That's powerful. So that's what Midjourney actually built. 500,000 ultrasonic transducers in a pool, firing sound through your body and reconstructing acoustic data into 3D mappings of your organs and tissues. That's clever engineering, and it actually works. This could generally change early detection and preventative health. The thing to watch is in 2027 when they open their first spa in San Francisco. That'll show you whether this model works at scale, whether people use it, and whether the cost hits their targets. And if it does, this type of technology can become the standard. Affordable baseline screening, affordable to anyone, not just the wealthy. And if you want to stay ahead of the tech that's actually going to change your world, whether it's for your health or for business opportunities, or just understanding what's coming, hit subscribe. I break down this stuff so you don't have to. I'll see you in the next one.